everyone, welcome back to the vlog. I hope you're all very well and happy, and whatever you're up to, you're having a good time. I've been extremely busy in, what month is it? June. In June. But I have fitted in quite a bit of sewing, which is brilliant. So that's part of the reason why I've been so busy, is I've been trying to sew up a storm at the same time as all of the other things that I've been doing. So today is sew and tell, which is like my favourite part of the vlogging process, getting to show you what I've been making. And yeah, I've got a fair few things. I've got another stage outfit in there, and something that wasn't planned, and then some things that were planned. So I will start without further ado. So outfit number one is the cocoon dress. This is by Simple Sew Patterns, and I did talk about this in my fabric haul because I did this for the Simple Sew blog, and it's in this gorgeous drapey crepe from Sew Essential, who are just lovely people. Lucy from Sew Essential is one of the most supportive fabric brands there are, and is just so lovely to us at Simple Sew. So I was really happy to get my hands on this John Caldwell crepe, and it's just turned out brilliantly. As I said before, I took out the centre seam of my cocoon dress, and I have started a bit of a trend, but I know some people aren't happy with it. So I apologise if anyone has made it without the centre seam and think that that's actually ruined it. That was not my intention at all. I'm really happy without the centre seam, but I know that some people like those details. I don't really know what else to say. I am sorry though. Anyway, I love this make. It is just really simple. It took no time at all. It's got pockets. Love the pockets. The fabric is just gorgeous. It's got such a lovely kind of drape to it, but it's also got body. Haven't finished off the hems. They're all overlocked, but yeah, I haven't finished them off yet. I will. The neckline is faced. And I love the V-neck on me. Actually, I was wondering at one point whether to make it a slash neck, and I might make that as well at some point, but I do actually really like the V-neck. I think this fabric is kind of what's making it work, so I'm really pleased with that. What else to say? I'm going to do a little turn around so you can see the back. I'm also going to put on a belt so that you can see it with a cinched in waist, because it gives it a whole different look, one that I really like. But I like them both ways, so that's good. But yeah, so that's quite cool as well. That's more kind of, you know, getting dressed up and everything. I would wear it with the belt probably. But it does feel really kind of luxurious. I think, again, this fabric really helps. But the drapey sleeves, the kind of kimono style sleeves, gives it a real classiness that I like a lot. And yeah, I think I sewed it up in about an hour and a half, so it was so quick and really easy to make. I fully recommend this pattern. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I am very happy with this Earl Grey. Okay, alright, next make. I will spin into it. Double whammy! Okay, you might have seen this blouse before because this is what me and Megan made in the last vlog that I did. I love that vlog so much, so thank you for all your lovely comments. It was great to have Megan back in the sewing room, and she is coming back again tomorrow to start our next pattern, so yay! But yes, this is the Nina Lee Bloomsbury blouse, and I made it in Pigeon Wishes fabric. I'm gonna pop up and see you so you can see it properly. Pop up and see you, make you smile. The buttons at the back. There is a bit of a kind of gap there. I'm not sure if that was meant to be the case, but that's kind of my fault if it's not. I just love this blouse so much. It's a little bit tight on the neck, but that, again, it's going to be down to your own sizes. So when I make it next, I'll make the collar a bit bigger so that I'm not so choky. I do find myself just undoing the button every now and again and just having a breather and then doing it back up again. But it is really me. I love the whole Victoriana style. I've got like a real thing for Victoriana collars, and so this is very much in that realm for me, and I love, love, love the fabric. Oh, it's so soft and lovely, and it kind of sewed up beautifully. It presses lovely. I can't really go on about it enough. And I have paired this with, which I think is a bit of a match made in heaven, the Deer and Doe Châtain shorts. I hope I'm saying that right. I know I'm bad with Deer and Doe pattern names. But this is my latest Minerva Crafts project for the Minerva blog, and it's made in their lovely raspberry chambray. And yeah, I love them. They've got these amazing scalloped hems, which I know they keep kind of popping up. I have tried to iron these, but I haven't done a great job. But I love the whole high-waistedness and the awesome wide waistband. You've got pockets, which is amazing. I just don't know what to say. I love, love, love them, and I'm about to do a blog about them, so you can read all about them, and I will put a link below when that's done. So yeah, that's it for that make. Next one. Oh, it's the toile. Ta-da! This is the Sew Over It Eve dress. It was not in my original plans for this month, but I had a wedding in Greece to go to, and I knew that I had to make something special for it. By the way, the wedding was unbelievable. I don't think I'll get over that one. It was just incredible. But this dress is very, very special. It's made of the gorgeous, I think it's peach skin, actually, we've decided. I say we. I mean kind of me and lots of other people I've talked to about it. From Amsterdam, when I was in Amsterdam and went to Aboken, which is an amazing fabric shop. And it's got a little flamingos on it. And it's just beautiful. It drapes really beautifully. It hangs so nicely, and also it's nice and cool. And I was a bit worried because it was so hot in Greece, and I thought, you know, the day of the wedding it was windless as well. There was no breeze or anything, and I was like, oh gosh, have I chosen the hottest thing to wear? And I put it on and I was like, oh no, it's really cool. And because it's quite flowy, a wrap dress is always good in heat, so I'm massively happy with this dress. I went for the fluted sleeve, and I do like a fluted sleeve. I can't say fluted properly because fluted is just such a pretty, you know, whimsical word. I think they work really well. Haven't actually made, oh no, okay, I keep saying I haven't made a wrap dress before. It's a lie. I have made a wrap dress before. But this feels a bit like my first wrap dress. I don't know why. The other one just doesn't amount in my brain as a proper wrap dress. And it is really, really nice and simple to make. It took quite a while. I think it took about 4 hours, which I guess in the grand scheme of things is actually very quick. But because I make really quick things all the time, this felt quite long. But I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. It's got facing... well, it's not really a facing, but a binding of cotton tape. And I think you're meant to use stay tape, but I didn't have any, but I luckily had just kind of cotton ribbon tape. So I used that the whole way around, and then hemmed that down. The ties took forever. In fact, that's what took so long. The ties, pulling them through. And the first one took so long that I decided on the second one to not sew either end. Put in the old safety pin at one end and pull it through that way, and then sew it together afterwards, because I just couldn't do it. It really was like me with a chopstick for hours and hours going, oh, this is taking so long. And of course it was the night before we left for Greece, so the longer it took, the less sleep I got, and I think our flight was at 5:15 AM, so basically we didn't sleep, but that doesn't matter. And it's a very random tangent that I'm going on now. So I don't know if you can see, and I did bring a stool. See the high-low hem, because it is rather lovely. And I hope you can see my socks. Yeah, so I just really am happy. Got some lovely comments. My only thing is, I think next time I make it, I'm going to just bring this down ever so slightly. I don't know if it's the most flattering place for it to sit on me. It makes it quite mumsy-ish. Whereas I think if it's just I don't know, if the V's just a tiny bit lower, not indecent, but just a tiny bit lower, that might be more flattering on me. Let me show you some details as well. So on the sleeve there's a gathered yoke, which I just love. I love a gathered yoke, gives it a real 40s feel. And there's the fluted sleeve, and there's the back. So yeah, it's a really special one, this. I hope I'll get lots of occasions to wear it too, because I really love wearing it. So hopefully we'll have a lot more nice days in the summer. It's not nice today, it's overcast and probably about to rain again. But we have had a lovely summer so far, so hopefully a lot more days like that, and I can get to wear my Eve dress. Alright, next make! Woo! It's the stage outfit! I love this outfit. Sorry, the skirt is a little bit on the short side. I'll probably spend most of this pulling it down. But this is very much from my stash, just a little idea I had. Just again, night before a show, and I was like, right, I'm gonna make a stage outfit, I'm gonna do it right now, and whipped this one up pretty quickly. So first of all, there's a lot of bridesmaid stuff in here. So I don't know if you know, but I made 7 dresses for my 7 bridesmaids last year, and I have quite a lot of leftover fabric from the lovely White Tree Fabrics who gifted it to me, and that was amazing. So yeah, so every now and again I'm like, oh, I could use the bridesmaids fabric. And I had this idea of making a cape, and I originally wanted to make it in a real kind of a sequin material or something, and then I had a look on Pinterest, and I thought the best ones and the ones that were most suitable for stage were sheer, or like a bright colour sheer. So I thought of the electric blue that I had left over from one of my lovely bridesmaids. I basically drew out a very similar pattern to a circle skirt right onto the fabric, and instead of making the top circle for the waist, I did it for the neck, so I made it quite a bit smaller. And I was going to originally kind of have a cut down the sides and have it as an open cape, but I put it over my head and was like, done. And that was going to be it, and I thought, oh, maybe I could have, like, I don't know, something else on it, maybe some tassels hanging off it or something. And I thought originally I might sew up a line here so that it was kind of like a big bat wing, but I found this yellow pom-pom trim, and sadly the whole of it isn't done yet. I just didn't have enough. This is all that I had, but luckily it just went absolutely perfectly, and it just kind of finishes it off, and I didn't need to even sew up there because I love the shape of that. And it's a real, like, it's just a really simple, easy make, but I think it's incredibly effective. I already wore it on stage in Dunkirk last week, and I think it looked amazing. I don't know whether anyone else did, but I was really, really happy with it, and it was really funny. I was like using my arms a lot more, like flying. I was actually doing flying in one of my songs, Fear of Flying, and there was one bit where this cameraman came to the front of the stage for quite a while, and I couldn't help but be like, my pom-poms. And obviously I was paying attention to the music, but I was very much showing the love of the pom-poms. So I love that, and then I decided that that needed like an underdress. And basically my sister gave me back her underdress of her bridesmaid's dress, which is bright pink, and said, I'm just probably never going to wear this. And I was like, oh, okay, that could be really helpful for me. And originally it was full length, so I made it into like a mini dress, and it is very mini dress, but it is really just a simple tube dress basically, and works really well with this colour. And I think apart from the fact that I'm pulling it down the whole time, I am really kind of happy with the contrast of that. And then the pièce de résistance is the collar, which I'm just completely obsessed with. This took no time at all, and I am going to be doing a tutorial for it on my vlog very, very soon, because I'm just, yeah, completely in love with this. And I'll come up and see you. So it's a really heavy pink lace with a really light blue lace, and then in between is a velvet green ribbon, and I just think it's so effective, and I just tied it up with the ribbon. And yeah, I'm looking at all of my bright colourful fabrics now and trying to work out if I can make collars from them, because it's a scrap buster, it's a stash buster, and takes no time at all. So yeah, I'll let you into a little secret. I'm thinking about setting up an Etsy shop and selling things like this. So let me know what you think. I know obviously most of you are going to be sewers, so you can make them yourself, but just let me know if you think that's something that could be a viable option. You know, because I love making things to sell. It's quite fun being part of the whole Etsy community. So yeah, anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, so this kind of is the outfit, and I'm wearing it again. We're headlining a festival on Saturday called Also Festival in Oxford, and this is going to be worn again. So I'm very happy. And also I've got this pom-pom trim on order. I'm really hoping it will arrive in the post very, very soon, today or tomorrow, so that I can sew it on before Saturday. And I hope it's the perfect match. It's really hard to know whether it's going to be exactly the right yellow, but either way it will be finished off at some point, and the whole hem will be given the pom-pom treatment. Okay, I think we're on to the last make now, so I will twirl into it. It's finished! I said I would finish it. I promised you in the fabric haul vlog that I would finish this dress, because I don't know if you remember or have seen it, but basically I found all of the parts of the dress completely unsewn up, just cut out and marked randomly at a car boot sale, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So it's been a bit of a labour of love. I did spend a whole day kind of making sure that I did it the best possible way. So the things that were done before I got to it were was that the skirt was already pleated, like knife pleated, which is amazing, and I probably wouldn't even have the patience to do that to any skirt. So I was very lucky with that. So that was already done. And the darts were marked, and there were also notches for the button band, and what else? Yeah, that's about it. Also the skirt was sewn together, so it was a whole skirt, no openings, and that was pretty confusing to me. I did sit there for ages just going, how do you get a skirt over your head or your thighs that doesn't have an opening? So anyway, I'll come back to that. I sewed up the darts and I started to kind of fit it to myself, and it's just a bit roomy, but I'm not bothered about that actually, because quite a few of my dresses that are of a similar style to this are just a bit tight up here, so I'm kind of letting that be for now. I could take in a little bit, and I could maybe put in maybe another dart or something, but I'm gonna let that be. There was also notches for sleeves, but there weren't any sleeve pieces, so that's a bit of a shame. I'd love to have seen what sleeves, maybe some little cap sleeves would have been lovely, but I just finished it off with bias binding and then folded it over so you can't see the bias binding, and I'm really happy with sleeveless anyway. I added interfacing to the button band. I wasn't quite sure about how wide the button band was meant to be. The notches kind of confused me a bit. So I went for this kind of mega button band, because otherwise it would have been too big. So I kind of did a bit of jiggery pokery and maths and tried to work out exactly how it would make sense to me. Then I attached it to the skirt, and that was quite complicated in itself. The skirt was too small for the top, so then I had to take out a couple of the pleats to make it work. I didn't want to take out all the pleats and start again. I just didn't want to do it. So I've kind of changed the pleats slightly in a couple of areas that I'm not going to let you know where. I don't want you to look out for the problems. And then I thought I'll try it on. And of course, I mean, I couldn't remotely fit it over. I got to about here, and my boobs were like, they are not going over me. So you pleats are lovely, but you made it very difficult. So I realised at that point that I was going to have to put in a zip, and I was really confused where to do that. Do I do it in the centre back? Do I, yeah, I just didn't know. But I went with this. So I went with, I've got a nice invisible zip from the kind of armpit all the way down to about here. Yeah, about there to there. Really long zip. I think it's 22 inches, is it? Yeah, something like that. And then I could put it on, which was great. And I hadn't worked out what to do with the neckline either, so I finished it with bias binding, and it just didn't look quite right, and I didn't want to fold it over because then it was going too low and it was looking a bit odd. So I found this lace and I finished off the hem with the lace, and that's like the best mistake of all. I'm so happy with this lace. I've had to cut bits of the lace to make sure that it can fit to the kind of square shape. So some bits kind of fit a bit interestingly, but I think it works. I think it kind of, I pulled it off hopefully. And then I had to choose the buttons, and I thought I would love a bright button, and of course I looked for yellow, but I didn't have any of the right size. And then I came across these guys, and they're like the perfect size, the perfect red to match them. It's all just come together really well actually. I'm massively happy with it. I've not had a chance to wear it yet, and I need like a picnic or a beach party or something, because it definitely feels summery, it definitely feels smart and girly. I think it's a really special dress. So I'm very happy. Oh, now I need your help. I've not hemmed it yet, I know, surprise surprise, but this time it's on purpose because I can't work out which length to go with. So I'm going to get the stole back. At the moment it's like here, so it's kind of T length, I guess they call that. So I'm trying to work out whether to hem it here or bring it up a bit. And you know, that doesn't really work, but make it a higher hem, make it more 50s I guess with a higher hem, I don't know. So yes, I would love your input on that, and let me know where I should hem it, and then I promise you I will hem it this time, because you've got to hem a cotton dress like this. You cannot get away with just overlocking, Gabby. No. And yeah, I mean, I'm just really happy with this. And I'm really pleased also because I think it could have sat in my stash for a very long time, and this vlog made me do it completely, because I thought if I promise to you guys that I'm going to make it this month, then I'll do it. And I did it. And I put aside a whole day, which is really unusual at the moment because I don't have whole days to do stuff. And I did, and I made it, and I'm very pleased. So thank you. Yay, thank you. So that's it from me. Now I've got 2 dogs, so I think it's I'll take it in turns and they can both come and see you. So we've got Hobbes and we've got my mum's dog Tigger, because they've got to be in the vlog, haven't they? Doggies! Okay, so here's Tigger for the first part of the bite. Hobbes is literally trying to come in the door. He's so jealous. Okay, Tigger, just say a quick hello and then I'll get Hobbes, because I feel sad for my little boy. Okay, there's Tigger. Hobbles. You too. They had a little moment there where they looked at each other. Here's Mr. Hobbes. You haven't been in the vlog for ages, sweetheart. Now, why, when you were down on the floor, were you looking all kind of fun, your ears were up, and now you look like a sad dog? Why do you do that? Come on, Hobbles, let's get your ears up, Hobbes, let's get your ears up. No? Okay, well, see, his ears are up when he looks down. I can't explain this dog. He's extremely heavy and I can't explain him. So Hobbes and I would love to say goodbye, and we hope that you all have a lovely week, and we will see you soon, won't we, Hobbes? Yay! Yay, Hobbes is so happy! Alright, take care, lots of love. Bye! Bye! Bye!